Let's take a look at letter Y on the end of words and whether we change it to an I or whether we don't. So this covers rules 15 and 16 together. So Y changes to an I when we're adding any suffix, whether it's a vowel suffix or a consonant suffix, unless that beginning is an L, so L-Y, L-E-S-S. So this explains why annoy changes to annoyed, but we keep the Y, but happy changes to happier, but we change the Y to an I. So you need to know, does the word end in a single vowel? So annoy is actually the digraph, O-Y, so no, it's not a single vowel. So that's why we're going to leave annoy, O-Y, and we'd leave A-Y on play, and we'd leave E-Y on monkey, and we don't change that to an I. If it begins with suffix or begins with any other letter, then just change the Y to an I. So there's not so many exceptions for this one. Let's have a look at some examples. So boy to boys, play to player, annoy to annoyed. Here we've got digraph vowels at the end of the word, so we're not going to change the Y to an I. Here on the second side, we've got just Y on his own, making the E sound. So lady to ladies, we just change the Y to an I. Happy to happier, busy to busyness. So in rule 16, two I's can't be next to each other in English, which is an extension of rule 15. And actually, if you saw two I's next to each other, you'd probably think that's not spelt correctly. There's just a few letters we just never double, like we don't double H, we don't double W's, we don't double X's, we just rules, we just don't do them. So study to studying, we wouldn't consider changing that Y because we can't have two I's next to each other. If we change the Y to an I, in the end of that we'd have a double I, and we don't do that. There are 11 words here that are exceptions that we can have either spelling in the English language. So dryer can be spelled I-E-R or it can spell Y-E-R. And there's 11 words there that follow that rule where either word is acceptable for a spelling in English. A couple of exceptions: skiing, which is Norwegian, so not an English word; radii, which is the Latin plural of radii; and then Hawaii, which is a country name, which often country names are exceptions in our spellings. Hope that helps.